For more on this, we can go to David Smith, Washington Bureau Chief with The Guardian. Hello there, David. It's the second night the US has struck Iran, and this time because they accused Tehran of dragging out the negotiations. Why today specifically?
That's right, of course. This began because of the downing of that US military helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump said there had to be a response, and he was going to hit Iran hard. It turns out that was over 2 days. And indeed, for this second day, he gave some additional reasons, it seems. He feels dissatisfied by the way Iran is negotiating a potential end to this war. He said Iran is playing us for suckers. They're tapping us along, and now they're going to pay the price. And so it did feel like there was some retribution involved in these attacks, also perhaps using it as a bargaining chip, trying to force Iran to come to the negotiating table in the way that Donald Trump desires. There's also been some expert commentary suggesting that there's a further motive here, which is these strikes were targeted at military installations, particularly around the Strait of Hormuz. There may be a calculation here to restrict Iran's ability to interfere with shipping in that very crucial waterway, which, of course, Donald Trump already claims the US controls rather than Iran. But it is the most serious escalation since the ceasefire a couple of months ago. In recent minutes, there's been reports of potential of Iranian retaliation in Jordan against US interests. So the process does feel extremely fragile right now. And Donald Trump is, I think many would argue, an unreliable narrator here. On dozens of occasions, he's claimed the two countries are close to a deal, only for it to again veer off course. And now once more, this ceasefire really has never looked more fragile, an ongoing risk of yet further escalation.
Now, one of the most notable effects of this 3-month war has been basically the effect on the US economy, and inflation figures released on Wednesday showed that inflation in the US is now at a 3-year high. Donald Trump has had a very cavalier attitude towards that, saying that he loves the inflation. Is this going to risk alienating whatever base he has left?
Yes, I think that's a very high risk for Donald Trump and the Republicans heading into November's midterm elections. His approval rating is at an all-time low. Just anecdotally, I know when I talk to voters, even some diehard Trump supporters, they have great concerns about the Iran war and the effect on the economy and on everyday consumers, particularly petrol prices, which is always, of course, such a crucial barometer in the US. Often people are so dependent on their cars and they're traveling great distances. They really feel the pinch there, and there's a knock-on effect on other economic sectors and supermarket goods and so on. And I think some at least are questioning Donald Trump's judgment here. He does make these cavalier remarks, this time saying inflation is great. Recently, he also brushed off the concerns, saying he didn't care about the effect on prices. It's all about stopping Iran getting a nuclear weapon. And on top of that, people can believe their own eyes and ears. They see Trump obsessed with a $400 million ballroom at the White House. They see him celebrating his 80th birthday this coming Sunday with cage fighting on the White House South Lawn. All his other plans for sparkling monuments around Washington, D.C. Some dub it a Marie Antoinette approach, very out of touch with regular voters. And certainly in elections we've seen so far, and those coming up, Trump may pay a political price for that. And if the midterms go very badly, if Republicans lose the House and the Senate, then there's really talk of he would become a lame duck president for his final 2 years, with his power seriously curtailed by Congress.
Thank you very much for that. David Smith, Washington Bureau Chief with The Guardian.